Because if you were just to hold it like this and pull, it's a little bit more exerting. So you just create that little pinch over your shoulder. Alright, so this here's your general fire department nozzle. It's a combination nozzle, alright? Okay. So it gives a hollow stream.
Okay.
We prefer the smooth bore solid streams.
Okay.
We can make this solid stream by taking this off. But we'll leave the yeah, no, we'll leave it a combo nozzle for right now, okay? Right. It's got the little pistol grip. These things are pointless and worthless. They get in the way.
Okay.
A lot of times guys take these off. This is a training nozzle though, so anyhow, so you'll get 175 gallons out of this at 50 psi, which the pump operator pumps you at. But anyhow, so this here is called the bail. This opens and closes. Okay, so open and then just close. All right, so there's different techniques and ways you can wrap it around your leg right here. This one won't kick back that much. And then you can open this up. Feel that air entrainment coming behind us?
Can I touch it, or is it too much pressure?
Yeah, you can touch it. Cool. This one actually needs to be serviced. The whole thing shouldn't spin like that when I'm twisting this.
Really?
But that's all right, because again, this is a training nozzle. So, yeah, so all the way over to the right is straight stream, even though it's hollow. All the way left is fog.
Fog.
Typically, we don't interior fire with any sort of fog. We can use it to do a hydraulic ventilation tactic. We open it up and shoot it out a window, and the air entrainment helps get the smoke out. But typically, any interior fire, straight stream, because we want those dense water molecules to penetrate the heat and get to the seat of the fire, to then cause heat absorption and everything else, and reduce heat release rates. And I'll nerd out on you, but yeah. So
I'm trying to keep up with what you're saying.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
All right. So the way you properly hold the nozzle, if you're right-handed, have your right side back here, and typically we're down here anyhow. Some guys have this. It's all personal preference. There's a whole fire department debate on which leg goes up and which leg goes down. Some guys like this so they can pinch down on it. Other guys like this one. But anyhow, what you're doing is essentially you want your left hand to be the bail hand, and you want your fingertips just to go fingernail over the bail, because this eventually will come back on you.
Okay.
All right. So you hold it down like this, right here, and then boom. And we can do our T, we can do our Z's, and we can do our O, or we can just keep it right here.
Now, why are they called T's, Z's, and O's?
That's what I teach in the fire academy, to get surface area.
Okay.
So when you come up to a room, you want to hit that thermal layer. It's distant cooling first. As you're approaching a room, you're doing distant cooling. Laser beam straight up into the top part of where the doorway is, the threshold of the door. But once you get to that room, as we're advancing the hose and getting to that room, we do want to do some sort of water mapping. We'll hit the ceiling first, knock that thermal layer down, because as the water stream hits the ceiling, it actually creeps across the roof and down the adjacent walls. But then once we're there at the threshold of that doorway, if the bed is on fire, it does no good spraying the roof, right, the ceiling. We actually have to hit the bed. So you do local cooling, which 75% of the time, actually 90% of the time, any furniture or anything that's on fire, with the exception of curtains or bookshelves, is chest height or lower. So that's when you want to get down and actually do what's called local cooling and cool the seat of the fire.
Gotcha. It sounds like a lot to kind of learn and kind of know.
As you're protecting the gases from going over the top of your head too. So you may have to bring it up because you don't want anything to get behind you either.
Oh, okay. So it could creep and move on you.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
That's that high pressure. So fire creates a high pressure. The cool air is low pressure. And that's where you get that bidirectional flow with the neutral plane of smoke. Again, I'll nerd out on this. But you don't want that high pressure. You don't want that high pressure to come and go over the top of you either. So you do have to manipulate that and start up here and work your way down.
Gotcha.
And get the seat of the fire.
So basically start at the top, try to work your way down.
That's where it's important to have somebody on a vent crew pop a window out, because then all that heat, all that excess heat can escape there because it takes the path of least resistance. So if you can pop a window while you're doing fire attack, air plus water is good. Air without water is bad, because that's how heat, fire tetrahedron of fuel, heat, and oxygen.
So it's okay to open up when you have water
When you
actually
have
on
water,
the premise.
yep.
Gotcha, okay.
Yep, because it allows all that heat to go somewhere. Also steam. We're adding water droplets, and water droplets dissipate into 1,700 parts per million of steam. I know, it's nerdy. So if I have a water droplet this big, it'll start to dissipate, that big, there you go.
Okay.
It'll start to dissipate to 1,700 parts per million, essentially creating steam. Steam is heavier than air, and it comes down on you, and that can also make it feel hotter. And it also gets on your mask and fogs your mask up, so you just have to simply, but all that hot steam and everything, remember, we have to keep in mind, we have potential victims inside too. The nozzle guy isn't there to look for victims, he's there to put the fire out. But if he introduces too much steam in the environment, that does bank down and could make somebody into a lobster. So that's why we try to keep the nozzle as straight as possible, and we try to keep those water molecules as tight as possible as well. So why don't you give it a shot? You hold it. There you go, that works. As long as your fingernails are over the bail, because it'll creep back at you. And with this, you can actually pinch this. Perfect, either that way. Some guys even pinch it this way in their arm there.
And then just pull back.
Yep. Open that bail all the way. There you go.
Oh, good. Hopefully they have the window down. One more time.
You just gave that truck a free car wash.
Oh, that's cool. Oh shoot. It's too far. Hopefully they don't get mad at me.
Oh well.
That was cool. Thanks, brother. All right, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to see the full episode, click right here. If you want to watch another one, right here. Subscribe. And if you want to watch some TV or film, click right here. Thanks.